Hello everybody. Now of course I did a video and it was to talk about what had happened back on September the 3rd, 2014, and of course I did a rant on Rodney flipping because of what he did to me and cost me a lot of friends as a result and made things even a lot worse than they should have been. So now, because of several things that I did after the red card video was done, this is going to be an apology to everybody that I lashed out at, because they deserve an apology from me. But I will say this: you're going to have to blame Rodney for me lashing out at you, because his red card video was the cause of why you guys were upset. And he made a video that he shouldn't have done, because he wasn't even in the chat. And of course Aubrey should have been the one that should have been in charge, not Rodney. So and this is just not, it's not only going to be an apology to everybody that I lashed out at after what happened, this before 2016 of course. But this is also going to be an apology to Rob Moore, because I always wanted to do an apology video anyway to Rob Moore, because I'm going to say this: I do feel that Rob Moore is somewhat responsible for what happened, because she did not use communication, and she should have used communication. I think things would have been better off, because the situation that happened on September the 13th, 2014, the thing that happened could have been avoided. It definitely could have. Unfortunately, because Robin did not show any communication, that's why this drama happened. And of course, Rodney made the mistake by falsely accusing me. So, now for the apology, and hopefully all of you will accept and forgive me, by the way. Hopefully you will all forgive me for lashing out at you if you're not Robin Moore. And I hope Robin forgives me for using the joke while she was in the chat. See, I used the joke while she was in the chat, having no idea that she was going to be offended. And when I said it the joke the second time, she left the chat. And I really felt bad. I really did. See, a lot of people don't know is I felt bad when she left the chat. I really did. I didn't expect her to leave the chat or get upset by it. I had no idea. So that's why one of the reasons why I'm doing this apology. So now I'm going to do the apology. I just want to rub my ass for a minute. I'm doing this all uncut, unedited, so that way I can do my apology, and hopefully all of you forgive me. I'm going to start with the people that I lashed out at. I do apologize for lashing out at the people that believed the red card video. But I will say this: if it wasn't for Rodney, that never would have happened, because I was truly upset that one particular day, and that's the reason why I lashed out at people. I shouldn't have done that. I will say that. Francis, Jerome, and everybody else, I am really sorry for lashing out at all of you. And I know some of you, the problem was some of you believed the red card video, and you shouldn't have. I will say that. But the way I treated you, you definitely did not deserve any of that. I was just upset at the time, and Rodney made it worse by doing his red card video. And of course he got me upset the day before even, and almost made me cry. And of course I lashed out all at you because you thought I was a bad guy now, and whatever not. But the way that I treated you guys, I am really sorry about. I'm really sorry about that. If it wasn't for Rodney's red card video, I definitely wouldn't have lashed out at you. I will say that. So I hope you all accept my apology for lashing out at yous. See, Francis, Jerome, and several others, I'm really sorry about that. That was because of, the reason why I lashed out at you is because I thought you guys, if I would have told the actual truth, I really thought that you guys wouldn't have believed me when I'm not. And I still had my cold at the time too. So I didn't do a video or any sort of videos right away. Of course I had a cold on September the 3rd, like I mentioned. So for anybody that I rubbed the wrong way after what happened, I'm really sorry. I really am. You deserve this apology for the way I treated this. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry for the way I acted, and I shouldn't have. It was just because I was upset and I didn't know what to do, honestly. So I hope you all forgive me for that. So now I'm going to apologize to Robin more, because I didn't mean to offend her in any way. I really didn't. I tried to apologize to her on Facebook. Nick Bishop recommended me to apologize to her, and I sent her an apology, but she blocked me on Facebook. And I'm going to say this to you. You really should have accepted my apology then, because I really meant it. See, I really didn't expect you to be offended by the joke that I told that particular night. I didn't expect that. Had you said something to me, had you said anything to me the first time I said the joke and that you were offended, I probably would have stopped using the joke. See, if you would have used communication instead of saying something in a message and actually use your actual voice, if you would have used your actual voice, I bet you, Robin, things would have been better off. Trust me, I probably would have been friends with you at that point if you would have said to me that you were offended and tell me to stop using the joke. I would have done it that way. I would have stopped using the joke while you were in the chat, because the thing about it, you probably didn't know me too well even, because I was telling funny answers to Wheel of Fortune categories. You probably didn't know about that even. And I probably would have explained to you why I used the joke towards that Wheel of Fortune category that Aubrey Scott came up with, because it was the exact same thing that I would do when it came to other Wheel of Fortune categories. See, Robin, you have to realize too that if you would have communicated with me, since you were around grown adults, all you had to do was communicate, because you could have all trusted us. I don't know why you didn't decide to say to me that you were offended. That's all you had to do. If you would have done that, things would have been better, and Rodney wouldn't have done his red card video like what he did. Because the thing about it is, Rodney had no right to do that red card video. And I know that your mother said that the red card video had to be done. No. Things could have been a lot better if you, Robin, would have communicated with me. See, what could have been done after, even if you were offended by me saying the joke twice, Aubrey Scott could have brought every single one of us back in, including you, and we would have made a possible resolution. We could have done something like that. Red card videos did not have to be done on me. Never had to be done. See, all the red card videos did was it created controversy. It became a YouTube thing. That was wrong. And the whole thing that happened was a Skype thing. And Rodney, what he said wasn't true at all, because he wasn't there. He didn't know why I used the joke. Or he thought that there were a couple of reasons why I used the joke, and one of the reasons why wasn't the actual truth. See, the thing about it is, Robin, all you had to do was communicate. Why didn't you? Why didn't you communicate with me? I would have understood. I probably wouldn't have told the joke if you would have said something to me. If you would have said something to me. And I probably would have explained why I used the joke in the first place. See, a lot of things could have been a lot better had you said something to me. See, that's all I'm really saying to you. I do apologize to you for offending you in any way. Because, really, if I had to change, I'm going to say this to you, Robin. If I did I even say Rodney at times when I was trying to apologize to you, Robin? If I did, I'm sorry. But I will say this. I think I wouldn't have used that one particular joke if Aubrey Scott wouldn't have came up with it. Because honestly, I came up with it because Aubrey Scott came up with the Wheel of Fortune category suites, and that's what it was supposed to be for. It wasn't supposed to be towards anybody or anything else. It was just for the Wheel of Fortune category. So Robin, I hope you accept my apology this time, because you deserve this apology. See, I was trying to do something like this back in 2014 after it happened, because I felt bad for you. I felt bad. I was hurt by when you left the chat. I really was, because I felt that I offended you by using the joke. Because the thing is, I had no idea that you were going to be offended. I had no idea. You didn't say anything. Had you had said anything to me in your own voice, I think it would have been a lot better. Honestly, we probably would have been better friends. But no, you didn't say anything. And this all had to happen. Drama happened. See, you are kind of responsible for this because you didn't communicate with me. But I am saying sorry, though, because I felt bad for when you left the chat. See, I'm sorry for offending you in any way. I'm really sorry about that, and I hope you forgive me. That's why I made this video. And I should say one of the reasons why I made this video, because I also had to apologize to a couple other people that I lashed out at. I didn't lash out at you. And by the way, I forgot to tell you, Robin, I actually did a set of videos in October of 2014, and the score that I talked about in those particular videos, I was giving you my score. Because the thing about it is, that was kind of my apologies to you. It was my Simpsons Hit and Run videos that I did, because I wanted to complete the last level and get 100% completion. And the level was Treehouse of Horror based. So I gave the score to you, and that's what it was for. See, I was never mean to you. See, I was always being kind to you. See, I always liked being kind to people, because if they treated me nice, I would treat them nice. That's how it was. See, I was treating you nice, even after what happened. I just wanted to let you know. I hope you accept my apology. And if you did, after watching this video, thank you. I really wish things would have been better off. Alright. That has been my apology. And from this point on, I'm not going to talk about what happened on September the 3rd, 2014. I already talked about that. And I'm putting the past behind me. So if anybody thought that I was going to keep on talking about what happened in 2014, no. This is my moving on point. Because I already know who's the one that falsely accused me and shouldn't have. Ronnie Flippin is never going to fully apologize to anybody that were rubbed the wrong way by him. See, nobody is going to get an apology by him. He did apologize to me, but I didn't accept it because the way things happened. See, what you all guys, all of you guys got to realize is that the person that was hurt the most by this was me, not Robin Moore. I might have offended Robin Moore, but she didn't get hurt as much as me. See, people lashed out at me. People consider me the bad guy. People consider me that I did this whole thing that Rodney said, which wasn't true. See, I got tons of hate. And Rodney even made me almost cry that particular night. See, there was quite a bit of things that happened and shouldn't have happened. See, I got hate because of it. People hated on me. See, that the difference is, there's a difference between getting unintentionally hurt and intentionally hurt. Robin Moore got unintentionally hurt. Me, however, I got intentionally hurt. Anybody that lashed out at me, said that I did this, said that I was going to jail, like what Rodney said in his message on Facebook towards me back in 2014, these all hurt. These all hurt me. Those were intentional. See, if I had told the joke towards Robin Moore, that would be considered intentional. But that wasn't the case. I didn't do it towards Robin Moore. It was intended for the Wheel of Fortune category that Aubrey Scott came up with, and that's pretty much it. And there was nothing else to point out that it would be used towards Robin Moore, because that wasn't my intent. It was never my intent. I was using that joke towards the Wheel of Fortune category that Aubrey Scott came up with, and I just wanted to talk to people about it. And I didn't expect Robin Moore to be offended by the joke that I told. I didn't expect that. And Robin should have said something to me while she was still in the chat, and when I said the joke the first time. See, things would have been a lot better if she would have talked with me. See, communication is key. And she had grown adults around her. All she had to tell to me that she was offended. And then I probably would have stopped using the joke around her. Because the thing about it is, I didn't want to offend anybody that was in the chat. So this is my moving on point, guys. I already know who accused me back in 2014. I remember now. I remember that was Rodney Flippin. He did the wrong thing by lashing out at me and Aubrey Scott and blaming Aubrey Scott for what happened and falsely accusing me of the joke that I told. He falsely accused me of using the joke towards Robin Moore, and that was wrong. See, there was a lot of things that were done that shouldn't have been done. Rodney shouldn't have done his red card video. He wasn't in charge of the chat. And he was never in the chat to begin with. He should have butted out. Or should I say, he never should have been a part of this whole controversy, this whole bullshit that happened. See, Rodney should have minded his own business, and he didn't. It was not his concern. He wasn't involved. He shouldn't have been involved in the first place after what happened. And he should have just left things to die. He should have just let Aubrey Scott handle the whole situation and not force Aubrey Scott to do certain things. I know for a fact that Rodney Flippin forced Aubrey Scott to red card me. I know that for a fact. That was the wrong decision. And this was one of Aubrey Scott's worst decisions that he ever made, because up until this particular thing, me and Aubrey Scott were big time friends, and it could have been a lot longer had it not been for Ronnie's red card video. See, people believed the red card video, and most of it was wrong. Most of it was big time wrong. The only thing that was true about the red card video that was done is I used the joke, to Gary back in 2013. And this was the, like I explained, the whole I got you thing. I wanted to try it on another person, and it didn't work out. And I just concentrated doing the same joke to Aubrey Scott until a certain point, because it got repetitive after a while. See, that was the only thing that was true about the red card video. And the other thing that was true, that I'm autistic. See, when Steve K said that I had that one thing, that was true. That was true. That was the other thing that was true. Everything else, no. Saying that I had over 700 or 800 subscribers at a fast pace, no. That was not true. Rodney just thought that way because he didn't really know me. And the apology video that he said, or I know that he said it to a person, and he had Steve K say that one particular thing about the apology video. That was never made. That was never made between September the 3rd and September the 4th. And that was because I had a cold at the time. So I wasn't doing videos around that time because of my cold. I don't like doing videos with a cold. There was a few exceptions where I did do videos as a cold. And that was mostly package opening videos. Besides that, no. Nothing else. And I don't, like I said, I don't do videos with a cold, with the exception of the package opening videos that I did. That was it. That was practically it. So that's all I really wanted to talk about. And this is my moving on point. From now on, there'll be no more videos about what happened on September the 3rd, 2014. I already told my story. I told my full side, and I told everything that happened on that particular day. See, that was my side of the story. I wanted to talk about it because it needed to be told. It needed to be told to the world. So that way you know that the red card video that was done on me was false. I just wanted to let you all know. And that red card video cost me a lot of friends. So that's pretty much why I did this video. See, a lot of the friends that cut friendship ties with me shouldn't have cut friendship ties with me. No, 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 no. See, had it not been for the red card video, that never would have happened. I probably would have still had those friends had it not been for the red card video that Rodney did. Rodney did the wrong thing. He butted in, and he shouldn't have. He should have minded his own business, even if he was hurt by that one particular thing where him and Rob Moore were in a Skype chat and Rob Moore cried. See, the thing about it is, there was more to the story than what Rodney thought. See, he wasn't even in the chat in the first place when Aubrey Scott was doing his chat. See, Rodney would have known what I was doing in that particular chat if he was there, and he wasn't. See, the red card video never should have been done. Had it not been done, I think things would have gotten situated. And that's all I gotta say. This is it. This is my moving on point. From now on, no more videos about September the 3rd, 2014. See, what I said though was positive. I made a positive video because you needed to know my side of the story from what happened on September the 3rd. You needed to know. This is a positive video. And the other, this is a positive video, and the thing where I tell my side of the story is also a positive video. And my rant towards Rodney flipping is a positive video. These were all positive videos because Aubrey Scott told me to do positive videos. And that's what I did. This is more positive and should have been done back in 2014. All of that should have been done. So, that's my moving on point. I don't want to hear about 2014 again because I already have moved on in a way. And when Aubrey Scott accepted my apology, that took some of the pain away that happened to me back in 2014. And me talking about this took away a lot of the pain. And I hope people forgive me for what happened back on September the 3rd. And hopefully everybody that was my friend before that red card video will become friends with me again. Because my side of the story was true. And I had to tell it. And this is my moving on point now. And the next thing I'm going to talk about, I might do some references to 2014 in that particular video, but I'm not going to talk about what happened to me on September 3rd, 2014 in those sets of videos. Because, like I said, this is my moving on point. No more about September the 3rd. I told my side of the story, and that is it. And I've been trying to tell my side the story for quite a bit of time. I even did a video last year, but I don't think anybody saw it. And I was trying to tell my side of the story there even. And what I was trying to remember was who falsely accused me. And this year I remembered. So now, case is closed. Now you know my side of the story. It's all true. The case is closed. Thank you all for watching. I'm going to be talking about what happened back in 2016. It was around May of 2016. That'll be for next time. Thank you all for watching, everybody. And like I said, this is my moving on point from what happened on September the 3rd, 2014. Thank you, everybody, for understanding. And hopefully there will be some more regular videos on the way coming soon. Because I still want to finish up what I want to talk about. And that what happened on back in May of 2016. I want to talk about that. That'll be for next time. Thank you all for watching, everybody. Catch you next time. Later.